440 yards to go, a quarter of a mile. We see Kings in station 2 towards the far side. Newington beside them, about 3/4 of a length behind. Sydney High just coming into picture, a drop back. And here are Scots coming into picture. They're well up with Kings. And further across to St Joseph's, who are ahead of Scots and probably in second place. And right across to Grammar. Now Shaw are well back, and Grammar in the dark singlets here may be vying for the lead. Less than 400 yards to go, and it's Grammar, St Joseph's, Scots and Kings, and also Newington. So 5 crews at this stage would have a chance of winning this race, and perhaps Grammar, who rode a very well judged race, may be right up cheering the lead with the crew way over in station 2, and that's Kings. And you can see the margin now. It looks like Kings and Grammar, the 2 in front, and between them St Joseph's, and Grammar must have a great chance of taking out this race because Kings have led all the way, and in fact Kings, I'd say, are tiring, and moving up is Newington to go ahead of Kings. So I'd say Newington are passing Kings, St Joseph's are coming up to Scots, and Grammar have taken up the lead now. I'd say it's Grammar in front, and Newington's the crew on the far side that's taken up. It's Newington, and then Kings, who are tired, and Sydney High well back, but Newington, with the dark stripe down the back of the singlet, are up to be level with Grammar. In fact, Newington, coming from about 5th place at the half mile, are going to come through and win this, because Newington seem to be going better than anybody else. A well-judged performance by this crew. The stroke must be praised for an extremely brilliant effort of rowing. His judges extremely well, and it's Newington have come through to take the lead. Grammar tiring. St Joseph's may even take second place. Kings are hanging on. It's a great race for second, but Newington have gone right away from them. They've gone away about a length in front, and Newington, who are level pegging, and in fact behind at half a mile, have gone right away to take the lead. Grammar may get second place ahead of St Joseph's and Kings, but it's going to be Newington second eights with about 5 strokes to go. Grammar finishing extremely well on this side, but it's Newington in front, about half a length in front of Grammar. There's the gun coming up, and it's Newington first. Newington, Grammar, St Joseph's, Kings, Scots, then coming back to Shaw, St Ignatius and Sydney High. But Newington, a wonderfully judged race to win that, so it's Newington first of all, Grammar in second place, and third placing would be St Joseph's ahead of Kings. 3 feet was the margin. Well, that's how close it was. Now, Newington had just finished on their run, like a sort of racehorse dying on his run right on the line. Newington, I'd say 50 yards out, were almost a length in front. In fact, we called them a length in front with about 100 yards to go. Well, the margin at the end was only 3 feet, so Newington just tired right on the line, but they held on to win the event by 3 feet only. So it was 3 feet between first and second, a quarter of a length only between second and third, and of course you must remember it's an 8, different to a 4 and a quarter of a length, maybe a little bit further, but the margin there, 3 feet by a quarter of a length, and the winning time 7 minutes 56. So the result of the second eights: first Newington, second Grammar, and third St Joseph's.
Magnificent conditions here. It's a wonderful course, and so many races in the last month or so. The King's Cup in Hobart and the National Regatta in Brisbane have been rowed in inclement and rather unfortunate conditions, and the gun has gone for the start of the 1972 Schools Championship to the Major Rennie Trophy. In station number 1, Kings away well. In 2, Scots, a great start from Newington, also from St Ignatius in station number 4, and going across the course, Sydney Grammar also well away. On the far side, St Joseph's perhaps just a little slow to start, and Sydney High School alongside of them had a very, very bright start indeed. Looking at them as some 20 or 30 strokes have been taken and some of the tension gone, a line across the river between these 8 crews. If anything, it's only at the St Joseph's College stern that appears to be, as we view it, just a little back from the rest of the crews. But indeed a wonderful start under wonderful conditions, and every stroke, I believe, every stroke boy would be satisfied with the racing start that they had. They're settling down into longer length and rhythm. King's School in 1, Scots in 2, but we must look over to Newington